Hey friends, welcome back to our series on Tuesday here. I am glad you're here. This means that you want to see a different in your life. Do you know that you are going to be so much further ahead than someone else because you are choosing to actively make some choices in your life to better things in your days? That's a beautiful thing. Like for our first part, we're going to be cleaning through our house, right? So you are going to have a way cleaner, decluttered home by the end of this year than you did last year. That's a good thing. And maybe you've added a couple routines into your days to make yourself feel a little bit better and to bring a little bit more peace and joy in your days. Or we're also going to be doing part of an emotional wellness part where we're choosing to do things that are going to affect our minds, our hearts, and ourselves spiritually. This week we're going to go a little bit deeper in our spaces, in our spirits, and in our breaths. So let's dig in. And remember, if you would like to purchase the book for this series and support my channel, you can. It's going to be linked below. 52 weeks, so you can look ahead to see where we're going to be at. So maybe you kind of choose where to be, and if not, you know what, just stick around because we're going to be doing this every single day, every single week, not every day. Every week I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing. We're going to do it together. The book is just a way to support my channel, and if you want to look ahead, that's awesome. So are you ready for an amazing day today? I am ready. We are going to tackle something that needs to be tackling. You ready to do it? All right, let's go. All right, here we are into the closet. I had to pull my hair up on a ponytail. I feel like it's a ponytail kind of day. So this has been an area that I have let falter and go kind of messy. I don't normally I clean it and normally I keep it good, but I don't know. I have not, like a lot of clothes I've just kind of shoved in there. I've kind of shoved things on my shelves, and you know, I've got random things here. I've got beach bags, got shelves that I don't think I'll use anymore. And this has become a mess over here. This is like our shared dresser here. So I've got things that I've put here for storage that have things to do with. I have, you know, like gloves. I haven't worn gloves in a long time. Why are they still here? They need to be put away. Just random things, you know, like Greg is big on tools and pieces. So he puts his stuff in here that he's working on projects for. And so it's a lot of cleaning up in here. And so I've been waiting. I'm like, okay, the closet. We're eventually going to get through the closet. We're going to go through things, weed them out. For myself personally, we have, for majority of the time, had always put our clothes in the closet. Now, like dressers, I got rid of those a long time ago. As a mom and having a lot of little kids, I understand having dressers, all those things, but when you can have your clothing all in one area, I remember having like the Duggars and watching the Bates, and they always had like a laundry room, like a family closet. Oh, I can see the benefit of that, especially when you have little ones. How much easier to take the laundry when it's done and just put it all in one room. And I get everybody having their own special things, and I get that. But I do see the benefit of having it all in one area. So when the kids were younger, what we did is because we moved a bunch of times, and instead of having furniture take up space in their bedroom, we got rid of the big giant dressers. And what I did is I focused on having plastic bins. Those were great. The plastic 3-drawer drawers, those are awesome. What I did is we would take, for most, when my kids were little, even myself now, I still have, I don't wear pants. I don't have leggings. That's what I wear. I do have pants. I have like my velour pants, but is that the only pants I have? My velour pants. I think that's the only pair of pants I own. Yeah, velour, like one that I wear when it's really, really freezing. It's not too often here in Florida. And then I have leggings. And so my girls wear leggings and they had dresses. We did a lot of dresses. We did a lot of long shirts. And so for us, most everything is hung up. So that's where everything's hung. It's all inside out. It's there, but it's hung up. And then I have for drawers, we would have a drawer for like our underwear, our bras, and underclothes, like tank tops, things that you would need underneath, like layering tops, and then leggings and socks, things like that. So, and pajamas as well. So there wasn't like a whole lot that I needed to have a whole dresser for. That worked good. Now boys were different because boys had shorts, they had pants, but theirs were a little bit easier just to fold up and stick in there, and then their shirts we all hung up. It just worked well. I understand folding and putting everything away, whatever you want to do. But as I got older, now our home here, it has a built-in closet, which is awesome. It has all the anemones in it, which is great. Our old house in the mountains had, I was just thinking we had like the wire rack closets, like the closet made spaces, and that worked. I had all my stuff hung up, and then what I did is I had a cube. What I did is I had a spot in my closet, and I had one of those cube organizers, and then I put a desk over top of it. And so I had my cube organizer, my desk, and then I had a mirror put in my closet. And so I came into my closet, and that's where I would sit. I put my makeup on. I would get ready in the morning, and I just enjoyed my spot in my closet. for me was good. I'm like, I would do the same thing here, but I don't really need to because I have a mirror out there. We have area to do that. So my closet is, and it's big enough. Our closet, we share a closet. Our old house had 2 closets, his and hers. This one's big enough to hold a lot of things. And so in our home, we do have storage, but we don't have a ton of storage. It's like we have attic space, but I always avoid the attics, even in the mountains. I don't like putting anything in the attic. I don't know. It's really hot here. And so I always feel like if you have a ton of space to store things, I guess good. But for me, the stuff I store would be things we'd use occasionally. Like I know in ours, we have storage up on top. We have, like I have like a lot of random things. You're gonna look up here. We're gonna see like our suitcases are up there. I've got like drones over here. I've got, you know, picture books, things like that. And over on these ones, we've got backpacks that are hanging down. You can see the thing. There is a car roof rack carrier over here. Over here is a mattress thing that goes on top of the blow-up mattresses for guests and things like that. So I figured a lot of space on top that's unused. So I'm like, that stuff up there is good for me. So I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna have a good day cleaning out and going through things. We moved here 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years this summer in June. And so I got rid of most all my clothes to move here, kept a few. I remember even thinking over here I had a very small amount of dresses because I didn't really, you move to Florida, it's like a different, it's a different climate. It's a lot different than mountains. And so I didn't really hold on to a lot of my cold things. I have some, there's some over here, but you just don't wear them that much. Most of my clothes are summery kind of clothes. And so I've kind of see like, I'll have to want to go through today and kind of go, okay, am I really ever going to wear this? Or do I just wear it once a year? Maybe hold on to it because it does get cold here. We do have our freezing days. Very rare, but we do. So I want to make piles for like trash because some have stains. I have one, like my favorite sweatshirt here from Old Navy. I have this, I got rid of it before I went to, in the mountains I had one. It got a stain because I cleaned the garage. So I got rid of it. And when I moved here, I found one on clearance at Old Navy. While I was cleaning my garage again, I got big oil stains that just did not come out. So I need to like put that in the trash pile. And then there's some that are, I'm probably just not going to wear. I'd like to pitch. There's some that are just worn out because I've worn them so much and I've replaced already with some from Goodwill. So I'd like to go through those today. Kind of reorganize, look through my shelves, clean out. My drawers here need to be cleaned up. We have a jewelry drawer. On the top of our drawers here are all filled in like the velvety stuff, is that what it's called? All the velvety material in here, and so I'd like to vacuum those out because that gets very dusty, and reorganize my jewelry in there. And same thing with Greg. He doesn't have a lot of jewelry, but he stores a lot of his man tools in there. So it gets dirty. So I'd like to clean that out. I'm not big to like fold things in our drawers. If I open up a drawer for it, I'll show you one of Greg's. He's got them all rolled so nice and neat, and I just come along with the laundry and throw it on top. So it's bad. We've got a drawer over here that broke. It's a laundry hamper, but I don't use it as a laundry hamper because I feel like it just was not good for us. So I shoved blankets in it. Well, then I broke the, right here, broke this on it right here. So I would like to take that. I told Greg, I said, I use it for extra blankets. I'm like, I really probably should just take the door off and just make it a shelf because it can just be folded. I don't really care if it's closed. So we have things to do today. So I'm going to see, I don't have my wide angle camera lens because my camera broke today too. So, you know, all of life. I'm like, today's the day. So I'm just going to move you back, try to shove you back as much as I can. We're going to do this thing. So what I'm going to do first I'm going to do is I'm going to probably, you know, the easiest thing is to empty all your clothes and take them up there. Probably best, right? I could go through them here, but I could take everything out. You know, it's easier for filming. Let me take everything out and I'll go sit in my bed and then we'll go through it as we do it. So let me take all this out. Shove that in my drawer. My pajamas. I usually hang up a pair of pajamas, and I've got I call this my squirrel outfit. I don't know why I call it squirrel. I know why I call it squirrel. Anybody see National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation? I don't know. I don't really like, I think the show is it's got a lot of vulgar words in it. I don't like it, but I remember as a kid watching it, and the dad sits up in the closet or in the attic, and remember it's freezing, he can't get out. Well, he ends up putting on a mink or like some kind of mink fur coat, and the squirrel comes and attacks him. I think it's a squirrel attacks him. And so when I see it, he's got like a funny hat on. I don't know, whenever I see that part I always think of this thing because I'm like, it's my squirrel rub, even though it's not my squirrel rub, but it just reminds me of that part of the movie. So this I will take off because I don't really need it. It's not very freezing, and we will put it back on the hanger. So let me put this out there, and I've got these up here. So what I'm gonna do is I've got my clothes all out here. I'm gonna kind of go through and separate them. These are most of the ones that I wear right now. I do have some. I realized I was looking for one of my dresses the other day and I'm like, where is it? And I'm like, it's in the pile I put like in the middle of winter. I think I put some like summery dresses up on top, like on the side, and just didn't realize they were there. So I'm gonna go through these real quick. I'm gonna take out the ones that are kind of worn that I've had, because I do like to buy them at Goodwill. Nothing wrong with the dresses, but sometimes they're a little bit worn because you just wash them so much. So let me go through that. Now I'm looking at my closet and I'm like, okay, clothing's gonna be like the minimal part of it. So what I'm gonna do is I take my clothing out, I'm gonna take out the rest of the stuff in here because I might even change some of the bars in here. We're gonna see. So I'm gonna take out, I got my emergency stash of burgers in here. I'm down to 2. I had our beach bag in here. Things that I need to go through and take out. See what I have like this. I kept the shelf. I used this in my kitchen last year and one of my neighbors threw it away. And I was decorating with it, but I'm like, do I even need it? I'll probably put it like upstairs in the closet to see if I even use it for the next season. We have gift cards in here. Those are always good to find. Bags, purse. I'm trying to give you like the widest view. I feel like that's not going to be very good. So sorry. So what I did is I emptied my whole side. We've got plugs right here. The TV place for the TV is on the other side of this wall, which is really cool. Eventually, if we have TV to plug in here, but we just don't have that yet. So what I did is I emptied out my whole side. My side is empty. Took the bags off the top, and I didn't take that off, but I will, I'm not moving there yet. I'm gonna focus on one area at a time. That's how you do things. So I'm like, focus on one area at a time, you'll get through. So what I'm gonna do is dust. I went and got this. I'm gonna clean the top off, just the top, put all the dirt on the ground, then work my way down, wipe these shelves off, and then I'll kind of look at it and see the setup if I like it or not, and then we'll move things. Let me put you up here because I got no wide end. Let me climb up and clean that all up. I guess that could be a job. It's one of those things like, do I ever stare at that? No, I never even think about it, but that was their security system. And so I guess it's like one of those things like you have a plug in the wall, but you really have no need for that. So we'll see if we do anything, but let's just keep wiping. I dusted everything. The parts that I like mostly touch, I'm gonna wipe with my Norwex cloth just to get the extra dirt, because this is an area we touch. Clean these ones off real good. And down here, because it's got some lotion from my lotion bottle that's got on there. It's all dirty. Okay, now I'm gonna do some thinking here of how I want to do my closet, because I moved in here, I pretty much just left it the way they had it. I might have moved a few things, I think I did. But I'm gonna see, like, I know for something for me, my shoes down there, I can never see. I'm like getting older, I don't want to get on the I don't have that many shoes. I really don't have that many shoes. I have one. In Florida here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs, is that it? 4, and I've got, I think 2 up there, 5, 6. And these ones I don't even wear. I just wear the same ones. So, like, I guess in the mountains I'd wear different ones because, you know, weather. Here I'm just kind of wearing them until they get yucky, and then when they get yucky, I wear these out. So I have like 6 pairs, so there's really not that many shoes. So what I want to do is maybe move those up and make this more of a shelf thing right here, because I don't really use the bar here. That's fine where it's at, I guess. It's one of those I'd rather do maybe the shelves up here and the bar down here, but I don't think that's long enough. It'd be a whole lot easier to reach it close down here than it would up there, because you always got to stand in your chair. So, I mean, you know what? This I can't move. That's the only bad thing. The middle shelf does not move. So let me go grab one of my clothes and see if the dress will fit on there. I don't know if it will. I feel like that's not big enough. It might, but I guess I just go on the floor, right? No big deal. Okay, let me do some thinking here off camera, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so what I did is I moved these bars down here. A lot easier to grab my clothes. It might be nice to put like all my shirts right here, and then all my, oh, that might be pink. That might not be pink. And then my long dresses here. I guess as long as it's okay to move it off the bar. This might be a little bit of a hit, but that's okay. And then it goes to the floor. I think that's gonna work. My long dress probably go on the floor. I have to see if that's inconvenient. I'll leave my longer things over there. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe it's better to put it up. I feel like down is a lot easier for me to get to my stuff. So let me go back out there. We gotta go through the clothes. Okay, I'll start right here with all of my dresses, my sleeveless dresses. I know that are good, so I'm gonna get those out here. We wear these. This is a little bit longer. See, some might be long, so I'm gonna have to debate on that and see. Okay, so these are my sleeveless ones. I have those 2 linen dresses. I like those. I got those before I moved here thinking that'd be a really nice thing to wear here, but they get very, I don't know, they're more stiff and they're see-through. You have to wear something with it. I feel like you're zoomed up on me. I know you're, there we go, about as far back as you can go. So let's see, I've got these. Oh, actually I got another pile. There's more, they're hidden. Let's go see what these look like in there. I think I'm gonna like them up. I don't know if I'm gonna like them to the floor. I guess it's gonna be dependent if I got shorter tops. Let me go look, get some more. I'm sitting here staring at the shelf because, let me show my flashlight. I like my clothing down. I really do like it down, but I'm like, it's touching the floor. I'm like, is it gonna be, I don't like stepping on my stool to look for things. I'm getting older. I don't want to slip and fall. But I was like looking at this. I'm like, surely this shelf comes out. And I'm like looking and looking. And I kind of pounded it up. It came out. So they're just, is that gonna work? Oh yeah, they screwed in. Maybe a little things here. They looks like they just pull in. Oh, maybe not. Hold on, I was all bragging that they're not bragging. I was hopeful that they're gonna be easy. Well, let me see here. Will these come out easy? Okay, I might have to do some unscrewing first, but I did bring a screwdriver. Let me see. Oh. These unscrew and this pulls out. That's it. Okay. Wow, so that's good. I tried Googling a couple videos and didn't see anything, and I'm like, what is, how, surely they put this together, so surely it comes apart. Look at that. So now I can move my shelf up, so this should pull up. Is that gonna pull up yet or no? I might have to. It does not want to come out easy, but that's okay. I can have Greg pull these off for me. These come out. Maybe these screw in too. Maybe I'm pulling them out and they just pull out. Right? Let's see. Do these unscrew? That's probably what happened. It's probably the same setup. No, it's not even a screw head. This is a screw head. That's weird. Oh, okay. These unscrew. Those just pulled right out. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay, this excites me. Hopefully you can hear me. I know my microphone's bad. So why is this? This is not a screw head though. That's a pull one. This literally just pulled right out. Did it just pull out because it wasn't in there properly or what? Let me see. We're learning something new every day here. Okay, that I can't get out. It's like one of those oh there you go, cam bolts. Okay. So why is this not coming out? Maybe I just need to pull a little harder, maybe? Okay, regardless, I'll let Greg figure that out because I will have another shelf I can shove up there. But look at, now I can take this and put this up here even right here. Even right here would be perfect. Look at this. Now I don't have to worry about my dresses hanging. Okay, this excites me. Look at that. Oh, wait. Put the bar on, Amy. Look at this. Now they can hang. Oh, this is so much better. Okay. Nice. You can't see, but look at it. Doesn't go on the floor. Oh, I like that so much better. I might even move that one up. Okay. Well, I need to go get some more clothing then. I'll be right back. Now, another little trick. If you haven't worn a lot of your clothing, like for me, I've pretty much worn all this. I did take out some, like this is very worn. I have had this for years, but it is one of my favorite dresses. And I think if you look up close, it's very bally and you can see it, but if you're far away like on camera, you don't see it. So I might just leave that one because I like it. They're inside out, that's okay. A trick is hang your clothes the opposite way, like put them the other way. And then if you don't take them, then when you take them off, put them the right way. Meaning like if you wear them, so then you can kind of see what you wear and what you don't wear. So this I think is gonna be good. So this will be like my, what I wear every day kind of looks. I'm gonna put my shirts up there, just because those get mixed in there. We're gonna see. Let me go see what else we got out here. Okay, I went through my sweaters. Sweaters are something you really don't need in Florida very often. I keep this one because when it is chilly, this kind of goes with everything. This one I only use if we like go look at Christmas lights and I gotta walk around outside and it's frozen. It's just not too often. It's just something nice to wrap up in. So it's like the twice a year I use that. I bought these to go over some dresses when I moved here, and I've worn this one. I've never worn this one, and I'm like looking, I'm like, I don't know. It's one of those things I like the cut on it, I like the style of it, but I've just never worn it. So I'm gonna keep it just because it's cute, and maybe I will, but it's one of those things like you need a sweater one time a year here. So you don't need them very often, but when you do need one, you're like, oh, I wish I had a sweater. So, and then skirts, I'm keeping, I had a couple different skirts. I only wear them once in a while, only once in a while. And so I'm like, I just like, it's just not something feasible to wear. I was wearing them just because I was wearing them. So I have a couple here that I'm keeping just to wear with the outfit, but not too many. And then these are more the warmer clothes. I'm laughing because I bought this at Goodwill to replace this dress because I've had this forever. It's stretched out, but I like it. So I'm like, do I just keep it? I think I'll just keep it. So these are the things, like I've had this. This is very see-through, but you don't see it when it's on see-through on camera. Or you know what, does this have a big stain in the middle? I feel like I bought this at a boutique in the mountains and I loved it. I was just thinking, does it have, you know, like that water stain? I feel like it does. It's so old. It does. Okay, that makes it easy. Okay, so you know what I was doing? I was doing all my color hangers. This I got too. I like this, but I didn't. I bought this at Target a long time ago, and I never had cream leggings. I always wear black and it looked weird, but I have cream ones now. This is my Cheetah Mom shirt. I'm gonna take out my white hangers. I just gotta go get it. Hold on, they're all out here. You don't have to have the same hangers at all. Like, do not do that. Like, don't even make that be an issue. But if you do have them, it does make it a little bit more uniform. So. Again, a dress that, will I ever wear it? I don't know. It's not a dress, a skirt. I'm going to keep it, and if I end up wearing it this year, then great. And if not, you know what? Next year when we clean out our closet, I'll pass it along. So I'm going to replace like one shirt with white. Because now I'm making some room for hangers. So it's going to be one of those things, like we wear all these sleeveless ones all the time, so these are going to get a lot more worn than these are. It's just one of those like, okay, it's cold, let's wear a long dress, but it's just not very often that we do. And these are just a nice fancier ones that I probably won't wear for quite some time. So, okay, we're doing great. Okay, so I did pretty good today. I've got a big pile of giveaway trash pile. I've got the ones I wear pretty much every day, sleeveless dresses right here, or short sleeve dresses. They can go all the way back if they want. Maybe I can stick something over it. Maybe I can hide my burners in the corner. And then shirts here, these might even get moved to here, we'll see. And then these are my like dressy, like sweaters. I gotta get my squirrel outfit up here. Nice, like darker dresses. Like I have my mom's funeral dress. I have wedding dresses in here that I wore. And then I've got longer sleeve ones right here. I've got a couple hopefuls right here that I wore when I moved here, and so I'm in menopausal state, so I've gained some weight. But they're still nice, and so I don't want to get rid of them because I know that I fluctuate, and so for me not to hold on to it, I went through and I was like, there was some in here that I had for years in hopefulness, and I'm like, I don't think that's gonna happen. But the normal menopausal weight, it's gonna fluctuate. It's gonna do its thing. So like, don't for me personally, I'm not gonna hold on to it for a while. That's just me. But these ones right here, These I all worn the last couple years. So I'm like, these will fit again. I'm like, and then I've got wintry ones here, cooler ones here. And I think there's like, I forgot I had this one. I bought this one at Bell's to wear through the winter, and we never wore it. So it's just, and a little bit nicer ones through here too. So like every day, a little bit nicer. So this is good. Okay, so I'm just thinking that shelf, I don't even know if I'm gonna bother. I'll probably just stick it on the top. We'll see. Is it weird to have my shoes? Shoes can go down there too. All right, let's figure this out, what I gotta do with the rest. So I was trying to put that shelf like up here, and then it was not going in, but I'm like, in reality, I have plenty of shelves and I really don't need more. So I put it on the very tippy top. You don't even see it. It's up there, way in the very top. So if one day I want Greg to put it in, here's all the pieces. I'll put these somewhere where they're at. So, okay, looking good for in here. I just gotta figure out where are the shoes gonna go. Let's see where we're gonna put those. As far as shoes go for me in Florida, I don't really have that many. I have these pair of white ones I bought in the mountains. I like them, but when I'm washing them, they get yellow stains. So I'm gonna see if that comes out. Those are gonna go in the washer. If they don't, that's okay. I have my Birkenstocks from like 25 years ago. Did anybody else have your Birkenstocks from 25 years ago? They just last that long. They are good for the what ifs. Like I have my walking, hiking shoes, but like if we're gonna go walk around forever at the mall, these do really well. And then I also have slippers. I keep 2 pairs of slippers. I should probably just keep 1 pair of slippers. This is the part that you weed out and you don't want to weed out. So mine are still good. I have 2. Chris got me a pair of dark ones and I have light ones. I only wear those like occasionally, and you only see that. I have these ones that are my favorite shoes. These are a off-brand of, I don't even know what they are. Some kind of famous shoe, but I like them. I didn't pay the famous shoe price. I just got these. So I was like, these are in here. They're my other pair is out by the front door. So I alternate between 2. These, look, they're brand new. I've never even worn them. I feel like I'd wear them eventually if I had to, but I might not. But that's all I have. Those. I bought these at Walmart, and I have never even worn them. I did wear them. They're a little bit worn. But it's one of those things that they stretch weird, and I feel like they're just going to rip. But if my other ones rip, then these would be a good alternative. So, like, yeah, right there. That's it. So I don't mind leaving just this little amount right here. And my Birkenstocks. You keep the Birkenstocks, right? Because once in a great while, they're good. And, like the hurricane is here. And my, you're cleaning up the backyard. You don't wear your walking, hiking shoes. These are good because you don't mind if they get ruined or whatever. So like that would be good for like that purpose. But the rest, is that all going to fit in there? I just feel like you just don't wear them that often. I have to turn around. So I'm trying to put these all on one shelf. I could just stack because we don't really wear those anyways. But I'm thinking, you know what? Like that's good enough. Like that's it. Easy. Very simple. I would keep less. The Birkenstocks I would get rid of, but it's like I don't really have any intention to purchase any more of those because I don't wear them. I wear more like these slides. These are like my favorite kind. But like I said, if you're walking a lot, these your feet kind of slip out of. So I don't really wear anything else. These are brand new. I hate to get rid of them. So it's like one of those. Should I probably just wear these instead of my Birkenstocks if I'm walking a lot? do you know what I mean? Because they fit your feet a whole lot better. They probably would be great. So I feel like I'm answering my own question. Time for the Birkenstocks to go. I know. It's tough. Let's do this. Let's do what my advice that I say to myself. If you put in a bag of things that you don't know you're going to keep, it's like the ones that your feet just mold into. And see if you end up wearing them ever again. And if not, time to pitch them. But I would go back to the store and get those. If I end up replacing those this year, I really have no intention to get new shoes. I've had these for years. But if I do, I'll probably buy these and my other leather ones and I like them. Easy. All right, Birkenstocks, you're going in a different, you're going to go in the pile of maybe get rid of. I'm going to keep my extra hangers up here because everybody, when we moved here, we didn't really have a lot of space for extra hangers. I had them up in a closet and then I got rid of a whole lot of them. And then I had to go buy more of them. I know, like after the first year and a half, I'm like, I need hangers. So I don't mind putting these in here. Because when we need laundry and we need hangers, usually people come in here and grab ours. So I will put all the black ones up here. I've got a few to replace down here, I think. All right, let's put these up. All right, good. I feel like my closet's going to take me forever today. It's one of those things where I'm like, okay, the time is still kicking. I haven't even cleaned this thing out yet. That's okay. I might not even get to Craig's side. We'll just have to see how the day rolls. It takes a while. You just have to go, okay, this is like the kitchen, I feel like, where you have to take a lot of time getting done because there's just a lot to do. Okay, what I put up in the very top is our suitcases. I also keep these backpacks. The kids all have their own backpacks. hold on, I got one more here. Come over here. The kids have their own backpacks, and we have our own bigger backpacks. These are good for hurricanes because when everybody had, like I had them make a bag for themselves, like if we had to leave real quick. But these were nice to have filled with like their stuff they didn't have. Like the other bag was like their personal bag, like put in your electronics, anything you want to keep in case the house floods, you know what I mean, that kind of thing. I know, terrible for a kid, huh? But these held like a bathing suit, it held shoes, it held toothbrush, it held water bottles, it held some snacks, things like that. So I don't want to get rid of those because we have hurricanes here, and you never know if you're ever going to have to get out quickly. So I guess it'd be like a bug out bag. So I'm going to keep those, and plus the bag for traveling. I think this is zipped. I was like, I think this is only one. I think this is a traveling bag as well. Yep. Okay, this is. Okay, this is the traveling bag. It's traveling bag. So I'm gonna put those on the very top. We'll clean it in a minute. Very, very top, because it's like out of sight, out of mind. A bunch of shells in here. Why are these not in my like container? I think when I was decorating I was leaving some out. I've got like scrapbooks, things like that I'm going to put up there, things I'm going to keep, just stick up there. This I'll put out because we'll use it somewhere. I know we will. And sometimes I have my mom's coffee mug here, so I just recently stopped using this and started using my flamingo cup. So I want to keep this. I'll put that on my shelf. And then I got this blanket. One of my viewers got me this blanket when life was a little bit crazy, and so I had it on my chair for the longest time, and then my kids got me my Maxine blanket, so I put the Maxine blanket out there. But I have this one because it still reminds me. It's got beautiful words on it, hugs and resilient, just good words, sticker on there. So that I'm going to just put up in the top here because it's one I just keep. And then one of my viewers, she crocheted one of this basket for me. It's purple, and I keep it up there because we are switching out our bedroom set here soon, getting a matching one finally, and so I know I'll use this on one of the shelves. And so I had it up in my office, but I am redoing a few things up there as well. So I'm gonna keep this and just stick this up there. I put things like the drone that we use up there because we don't use it very often, and the rechargeable flashlight because we do need that for emergencies. Okay, so I put my purses here that I've got and Greg's got me over the years, and then I have like a bag from my mom. I have my bag that I take to the beach. It's one of those things like, what, I don't know, you hold, how you hold on to things. It's like, how long do you hold on for things? I'm sure the bag will come in handy for some point in my life, so I'm gonna hold on to that. So now, okay, now we're moving over to this area. I feel like this area is good and done. I've got everything hung up. I mean, it's not perfect in the shelf, but everything's got a place. Like I got my purse. I'm gonna keep this empty. I probably put my perfumes here is what I'm thinking. It's one of those, like right here, like every morning, let me grab it out of my drawer here. Like I put my deodorant on and my perfume, and I'm like, I have it sitting over here, but I'm like, why don't I just stick it right here? Like, why can't I do that? That's good enough. I have a whole dresser here, but it definitely gets filled up with stuff that just life and busy. And then I have this nice little plate that my girlfriend got me. She's clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. So I'm going to stick this here. And this is just some perfume. Greg got me some, and the girls gave me some, and my deodorant. I wear it every day. So it's this, and I use my lotion pretty much every day. I know it's not pretty to look at, but it's something I put on every single day of my life. I put lotion. This is the lotion you want to have no stretch marks. You want to have good skin. I've been using the same brand, same kind since high school. Yes. And it's worked just fine. So I'm thinking like that will work right there for me. All right, so we'll get to here. So I usually say work top down, but I feel like I want to finish with the clothing. This is the part of the drawers where I'm going to go through and kind of clean out, weed out, wipe out, and then reorganize. I pulled out like my sweaters. I usually hang these up. I only wear these once or twice a year. Hanging on a hanger, they are hanging weird and get like, you can see them stretching. You know what I mean? Like this, I don't even think I wore this year, but I'll probably wear it next year because I just got rid of the pink one. So I bought this, it's inside out, that's okay. I bought this at Walmart. Just when it was freezing. You know my velour sweatshirt outfit, there's a whole outfit in here. I have to wear this, you know it's cold in Florida. And I like this. This is a good quality one. I got at TJ Maxx years ago in the mountains. So I have two of these sweaters. I love them when it is freezing here. And it's not often that it's freezing here, but when it's freezing, you wish you had a couple long outfits. So I'm just gonna get the few. I've literally got 4 here that are like sweatshirty materials in this. So I'm gonna just organize my drawers real quick. I don't know what's in every single one, so I need to kind of look through, organize, and then we'll go from there. I hid Greg's birthday clothes in here too. So those else I have over here? Okay, so I took, my bottom drawer was always my pajama drawer. And like, you know, you're getting older, why reach if you don't have to? And so I'm like, the bottom drawer should be like my winter drawer that I'm not gonna even see for a long time. So that's what this drawer is gonna become. So I'm gonna take my sweatshirts and my, you know, 3 outfits that are wintry and put those down here, because it's just not something we're gonna wear right now, and that's okay. I've got a pair of leggings. I forgot I had these. These are gonna be more for like when it's chilly. So I'm thinking, leave this here. My leggings, my long leggings, I should probably put those in here too. I've got some black long ones, I told you. These are leggings, yes. So when these, we only wear these once in a while, those go down here. I did put in my pajamas in here and my bathing suit. I like my one bathing suit, wear it all the time, same one outside. I hang it up every day, I wear it. I had a turquoise or burgundy one last year, and then when I needed a new one because I got so worn, I just ordered the exact same one, just a different color. And then I have one that I wear to the beach. It's a little more covering. So, but we haven't been to the beach in a while because, you know, they had all the red tide, and now it's season for tourists, and so we'll be going shark tooth hunting eventually. The one that we went to all the time had hurricane came through and just destroyed the whole area. So there's not even a road to get into the one we used to go at Caspersian, how do you say that? So we have to find a new spot to shark tooth hunt. There is some, it's just different ones. So, and then this will be like my shorter leggings. So I'm gonna go through these here and then change battery. Okay, so I went through and I have black leggings. I pretty much wear with, they're all the same ones from Amazon. And so I've got 4 pairs of those. So I'm like, that's plenty. So I've got those in here, and then I went through, I've got all these. I told you I wear like the same ones. So here are, it's like I've got 1 pair, 2 pair, 3, 4. I was thinking that 4, probably should be 5, but maybe they're in the laundry. 4 pair. That's good. I'm just full in a box. That's what I wear. And then I have tank tops here. Now I've never worn this blue one. It doesn't match anything. Doesn't match anything new. I do have, it's like one of those things, what I wear it under here. I could wear it under here. Look at that. So let's do this because I'll forget I have this and I'll never put it on. Blue would be nice under here, wouldn't it? I'll put it right on that same hanger because I don't have anything else that I'd probably put it under. I'm more, if I'm going to grab, it's like I would never, it's pretty, I just would never just go out of my way to look for that. So I have, this white one is pretty worn out and used up. I don't mind, I did buy another one, so I'm gonna keep one here. This is a black tank top. I will wear those under there. I just get the Amazon ones. Brown, again, never wore it with anything. It probably will get under a few tops that I just got, so I will keep those. And then this is like a longer one, which is nice if you have some tops that are a little bit shorter. So I have that. This is another long one. It's got scrunches on the side. I don't like this one because it has a V-neck. It's a weird shaped one, I guess. I was just thinking if I had needed it long, there's only one outfit I would wear it with. One, I'm gonna put that down with it. One outfit. It's like a shorter sweatshirt with those that I'd ever wear, if I ever wear it, we'll see. And then these I would wear, the cream one I just got, and then here I got another drawer. Okay, so it'll be leggings here. I'm gonna go with this because like my underwear drawer. Found 2 more shorter leggings, so I have like 5 of those. And then these are they're just biker shorts. I wear them under like what I'm wearing today. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I probably have another one right there, 5. They're a little bit more worn, so I can kind of decipher which ones are those. So it's good. Black, that's all I have. I did buy the cream and the white, which are in here still. So I'll go through those. And as far as pajamas go, anybody else enjoy just a pull-on kind of like, I think my mom used to call them muumuus, but they were more like t-shirt things. I like these ones, and they're just like a tank top. I thought I liked the t-shirt ones, but living here in Florida, it's really hot. And so I bought a bunch of different kinds, some with like little straps that were wider here, and some that were sleeveless. I like these, work great for me. You buy these on Amazon, like cheap. So I've got like, I think I've got 3 of those, and that alternates for my pajamas. So that's easy enough. Okay. We're doing great. So I haven't filmed a lot, but I've been doing Greg's side and getting his all organized and kind of gone through. Took off the door that was broken on the bottom. It's good. It's like it's not, it had a door. It just broke. We replaced it, and I'm like, why don't I just put the basket there? So that's what I did. So this is good. So now I'm just going to kind of go through. Should I do up here or do here first? Probably should. I got a top drawer to still do and up here, but maybe I will do in here first. For me, my closet up here really doesn't have anything in it. I keep my ant killer in there because I remember that I have it. That's the only reason. So I see it and go, oh yeah, I have that, because we use it once a year. I keep like sticky roll things. I have an extra pillowcase because I had to buy 2 on Amazon. There's my mom's umbrella, there's my gloves. I keep a couple of vitamins up there. That's it. It's like I just put my cords up here, that box, because up here it's going to be one of those, sorry, my camera is the different camera. It's one of those out of sight, out of mind kind of things for me, so I'm going to forget I even have it. So could you put a lot of this in there? Sure, but I'm not going to remember I have it. Like I will forget everything is up in here and go, oh, I have those to use. And so I remember my gloves are in here because it's like once in a great while. The umbrella, it's always like hurricane. You're like, the umbrella. So like that's it. And I know my anchors are. That's the only thing I really need to think about. Greg's got more in his. I'm gonna go through his real quick and then we'll get to the top here. All right, I cleaned out all those cabinets, so that's good. They're pretty much empty. There's not a whole lot in there because there's just not a lot that we use up there. We cleaned all Greg's side, got this done, got a big giant pile in the bathroom so he can look at it and see, like, can I throw this away, can I keep it, what can I do? So I just need to clean up my drawers now. That I'm gonna take out my jewelry and shop back it out because it's all, you know, it's that like velvety stuff, so then I can clean it really good. This is empty. It will get filled again, but for today it's empty, so we'll take that as good. And I got a big giant palette here to get done. It takes a little bit longer. My day is definitely, I usually get done earlier. I'm not doing that earlier, and that's okay. We'll just, when we get done, and I'll work on the rest of my day. Greg is pretty much empty most of his tools, different things he's gotten, you know, guy stuff. So that's all sitting over here. So I'm gonna let him go through that. I'm gonna clean mine out next. All right, I got to go through and clean that out. What it made me do is I realized like I really like just to wear hoop earrings. So I have a bunch of them, well, 3 pairs, but the one I'm missing, I have a big one, I'm missing one of the hoops. I'm like, where did that go? So I have to look in my purse. I feel like it's in there. And I had a couple that got thrown in there, so the necklaces are all tied. So I have Autumn, she's really good about separating that for me. So it's good. So now this is empty and clean. So like, there's nothing on here. So that is a good feeling. I know it'll get messy again, but for right now, it's clean. So now we're gonna work our way out and put all this other stuff away. All right, that was a task. That was a task. I just took hours. That took me hours. It is now in the afternoon, about 1:30. But I got my closet clean and gone through. So my side is done, Greg's side is done. I have a pile of stuff out here for him to look at for when he gets home. I got a pile for the trash. I got a pile to use for our community garage sale, and a pile for us to locate, to disperse to other parts of the home. So that's good. Okay, that was one thing I wanted to get done in a long time, and I just was like waiting. The day is done. So that's a good thing. So closets, work on those clothes, do your thing. If you're not sure, put in a pile for a maybe. You got this. All right, let's go on to the next. Okay, for our emotional wellness, we're gonna be covering something that I never really gave much thought to, but as I was looking through different things that we can kind of do to give a little better routines in our day, it's something that I think that I've already do naturally, but never really expressed it into something that maybe would help somebody else. So it's all about practicing deep breathing. And I know before you start saying, whoa, Amy, that's like a new age thing. No. It's all about regulating your system and your body. Yes, you can look so far into something and look at ways they're doing it, but this is going to be more about being able to regulate your body's internalness. And this is something that I know just naturally through the day, like when things come up, it's like I think about it. I even think with my kids, I help them a lot. Like sometimes for me, it's when I have like a big thing to do where I have to stand up in front of a bunch of people, or I have to do something that is going to cause me to get out of my comfort zone. And maybe for others, it might be like going to the grocery store and being able to walk in the store because that anxiety builds. Or maybe it's going to be where you need to present something to your boss at work and you're afraid to, or maybe you just need to confront somebody in love with something that's on your heart. Okay, This is where that deep breathing comes in handy. And I think that a lot of us, and it can happen even when you're sitting around and you're thinking about things and you're letting things ruminate in your head over and over and over. It builds anxiety, it builds stress, it makes your heart pump a little bit more, it makes you breathe even faster. This is where deep breathing would come in handy. And why do you need to do this? Can't you just stress through it, Amy? You sure can. But it's not necessary. It's not necessary, and this is why you do it. Deep breathing helps your nervous system reset, for one. It slows down your heart rate, and it helps lower your stress hormones. And it gives you a moment to come back to yourself. Do you ever just need to come back to yourself because you're in that moment that you're not in your own mind? Been there? Oh yeah. It's free, it's simple, and it works. You don't need a fancy mat. You don't need to have a little fancy setup. You can do this. I can do this right here in my bedroom. You can also do it right in your closet after you've cleaned. I have a chair in my closet. That's where I like to sit and have my quiet moments. And it's just taking a moment to take a deep breath. Now, I tell my kids this whenever they have an event, like when they started doing things where they're leading things and they have to stand in front of people and they get very nervous and they just start. I said, you know what? Before you go out, take a few deep breaths. I said, sometimes you're shaking so badly that it's just overcoming you. I said, so you're gonna have to take some deep breaths. I said, breathe in really deep, like really far. And I think of this like when you read through breathing manuals, they kind of go through, they walk you through these whole steps, but I'm like, in reality, just breathe really deep. She can't breathe in anymore. Like so much that you gotta hold it in and hold it for a minute and then let it out completely. You can just feel that stress and all of those things inside of you coming out. Okay, so then do it again. Breathe in so deep, so it's in, hold it for a second, and then let it out. I know it sounds silly. I said sometimes, I said if you do it fast and breathe it out, it's not going to do any good. You're still going to have to do it and do it again and do it again. Pretty soon you're going to be hyperventilating. It's kind of like giving birth. Do you know when you give birth, the breathe in, the breathe out, it's because you're focusing on something besides what is going on in you right now. And that is the same concept for giving birth as it is for dealing with life. It's like, it's all the same, but you can look at it, you can see how people are using it for, healing of their mind because they know it helps regulate things because we live in this stressful life. So sometimes taking a deep breath, I know even as a mom, having my kids, sometimes when they, were little and you'd put their cup of drink on the table and they'd spill it all over the table. Your first instant reaction is going to want to be to snap or to get angry, right? So stop for a minute and take a deep breath. Breathe in and breathe out. You'd be surprised how you can deal with things. I know for myself, even today I was dealing with a camera over here. It's broken. It's sitting over here broken. And I woke up, that's why I've got a new camera set up. So it's gonna be a little bit different for views. It's not gonna be as wide. The volume's gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna try to do all my best to make it just the same, but it's gonna be a little bit different. So I woke up with that and it was broken. It doesn't work. And I was like, and so instantly you want to start panicking. What am I going to do? How am I going to film? How am I going to make my videos today? I've got a lot to film today. How am I going to get things done? I had all these plans. I'm going to do this, 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 and this. And I'm like going through and I literally had to stop myself because then I wanted to grab my phone. I wanted to tell my husband. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. I want to get stressed. And then I just stopped for a minute. And so I stepped outside. I took a breath. I walked around my pool, breathed in deep, let it out. I didn't necessarily sit here and think about it. No, I just took some deep breaths, let them out. Took some more deep breaths, let them out, walked around outside, looked up at the trees, listened to the birds, and I was like, Lord, you're gonna help me. Lord, you're gonna be with me. Lord, we're gonna get through this. And guess what? He is. I have a whole nother camera I can film on. It's not going to be like the other one, but that's okay. That one's broken right now. So taking those moments to breathe, and it's going to be through anything. And sometimes maybe you just have an over anxious, like inside, and you do it and you start staring at your phone and scroll through to regulate that. So instead of regulating it that way, take some deep breaths and try it that way. So I feel like the breathing is going to be more for a stressful moment or something you're going through. Try to make it be your first reaction versus your last to be able to focus through those things. So you can look up all sorts of ways to do it, but I just find breathing in deep and letting it out. And doing that usually by the third time, go slow. It's going to have to be and it depends how stressed you are. If your heart is beating like crazy and you're having high blood pressure because you're stressed, okay, let it out. It's gonna be real fast. But if you can calm yourself down, take a breath. Sometimes you're shaking through it. Breathe in, hold it for a second if you can, then let it out. Let it out slowly till you're deflated. Think of a balloon. Blowing up a balloon and then deflating it completely. Sometimes you have to focus on seeing it. Depends on if you're a visual person. Sometimes you got to be able to feel it inside. But letting that calm and that peacefulness go right through you. Do that about 3 times. You're probably ready to face your day. That can be helpful before you confront somebody in a situation, before you deal with your kids. Anything, something happens, your camera breaks, your husband says something to you. Take a breath, breathe that in, let it out. Your coworker says something to you. Take a breath, let it out. You kind of do it under your breath where nobody even sees you, but you go disappear to the bathroom and do it for a few moments if needed. And now we're going to move on to our emotional wellness. And it's something that maybe, I think you see a lot of it on the social media, and they do it for health benefits. And you talk about a little bit in church, but I don't think it's talked about enough, and it's all about fasting. Now, fasting doesn't necessarily have to be from food, but it can be from something. It's anything that distracts and takes your time away from focusing on the Lord. And I feel like this right here can be a big thing to fast from. I feel like food has become such an idol in our society, in our days, and it's very easy to focus more on that versus like focusing on the things of the Lord. And so the Bible talks a lot about fasting, and there's a couple scriptures that come to mind, and I love this one. It's in Matthew 6:16, and it says, when you fast, do not look somber as the hypocrites do. And I think about that, but you know, people, and there's a lot of people that talk about when they do fasting, and it talks about like a lot about keeping that to yourself instead of like, hey, look at me, I'm fasting, hey, I'm doing this, or I'm fasting. And I understand doing it for health purposes and fasting for the day. If you're doing that without any spiritual things attached, then great, share with it. I know for myself, I went through a period where I was fasting through the day and waiting until later to eat, depending on my thing, but it wasn't fasting for spiritual purposes. It was for health benefits. And so, but it talks about for spiritual purposes, not going through and going, look at me, I'm fasting. I'm going to go 30 days without eating. I'm going to do this because and it's more about, I believe God for this. No, don't share that. Like, do that because you're doing it for the Lord, and just do it. Don't worry about telling everybody. Do those things. I get if you're doing it for, like I said, health benefits, that kind of thing. This is more the spiritual aspect of it. So don't do as the hypocrites do. Don't look somber. You don't want to do that thing. He didn't say if you fast. He said when you fast. And it's all about making room for him. Room to hear God. Room free from distractions. Room to align your heart again. And sometimes when you're going through things, sometimes you just need, like, I know even for myself, and I'm going to relate this to food, like if I just go through like a binge food gross kind of day and go through them, I have those times of the month where I just want to eat. I want to eat the garbage. I want to eat the Cheetos. I want to eat the crackers. I want to eat the salty things, the bread and butter and all those delicious things that I'll eat. And then you just feel, ugh, right? And so sometimes I need a day like fasting, and it's not for spiritual purposes, but it's a fast from away from all that junk. Drinking water to cleanse that out of my body, and you feel a whole lot better, right? Well, the same thing right here. This can get very distracting. This can cloud and fill up you with a lot of yuck in your days. And so fasting from that, getting yourself aligned back with God, it's a great thing. You need to do you need a complete 180 on your life? Do you need a complete 180 in your marriage and in your home, in your family, in your job? You seeking God? You know, the Bible talks about some things are only, like some prayers are only answered by prayer and fasting. And so like some things only happen through prayer and fasting. It's like, why would he say that? Because some things we're so distracted by all these immediate things going on around that it's easier to like, okay, God, you do that. I'm not gonna. No, if you really want things in your day, you really want God to do things in your life, show him, pray, take that time, not just pray, fast for things. All right, God, I'm going to give up food for this meal or that meal. Don't do the easy ones. Don't just say, I'm going to give up breakfast because I don't really like breakfast. Well, then God knows your heart. Give up dinner, something that's really going to benefit you. Or give up that snack at nighttime that you have to have every single day. Give up your phone that you love. Give up the sugar in your coffee. Ever go from creamer coffee to black coffee? It's a step. If you have it all the time, all right, I'm gonna fast. Instead of getting your afternoon coffee, I'm gonna get some water today. But don't focus on your cup of coffee. I don't have the creamer, I don't have the sugar. Stop doing that. What you want to focus on is seeking God during that time. All right, God, I'm giving up my comfort of my meal to make my belly full. And you know what? I'm going to seek after you because I want you more than I want this cup of coffee. I want you more than I want this meal in my belly. I want you more than I'm spending an hour and a half searching through my phone tonight. I want a desire after you. Try that. Try fasting. Fasting has a lot of there's a whole lot of natural health benefits to fast from things than like just, I'm not even going to give the whole physical things, but let's just give up your phone. Like if you just got rid of this phone for the day, for the week, could you imagine if you were not allowed to check your phone and check anything on social media for a week? For the first few days, it might be really hard, right? It might be really hard to not know what's going on. You feel like you're behind, but guess what? When you went back to it, the news will probably still be the same. You won't miss a whole lot. You probably gained a lot more peace in your days. You probably will figure out to smile and talk more with people. You probably would, right? So fasting from things, not just beneficial with how your mood and everything is around you, but like a lot of stuff that's going on internally that we can't see. We can see all around us, but it's harder to see on the inside what it's doing to our minds, our emotions, just our general well-being. Now remember, when you're fasting, do it with purpose. Like I would think back to different times our church would fast through the year. They always fast at the beginning of the year, and so it would be like, okay, I'm going to fast through my lunchtime. Well, I was so busy with kids because it was easier. I was so busy with kids that like I didn't get to take the time to go have a moment with the Lord. No, you got to do it where there's something where it's taking from. If you're eating food, like you're feeding your kids, you're just kind of grabbing food and munching, and you're really still focusing on your kids. It's not really, I guess it would be fasting. I don't want to be the judge of that, but like it's a point of taking your time away from doing something and spending time with Him, right? Like, and so if you normally sit and have breakfast, instead of sitting and have breakfast, go sit in your closet and have a moment with the Lord. Instead of having dinner, okay, if you still got to be around everybody for dinner, don't just sit around and just stare at everybody while they're eating and you're like, and maybe you will, but then maybe later, instead of like, okay, I'm starving, I'm just going to stare at my phone and scroll through that. No. Instead of scrolling through your phone, and maybe you didn't give up your phone, but instead of focusing on the hunger, focus on the Lord through those times, right? Does that make sense what I'm talking about? I hope it does a little bit. It's about taking that time that you do. Maybe through your meals is not a hard time to fast because you still got to be there. You still got to do things. Maybe it's going to be, okay, God, I'm not going to eat. I'm going to deny myself this food right now. I'm going to deny myself this. And I know later it's going to hit me more when I'm laying in bed at night. It'll be a whole lot easier to distract myself with my phone. I can do this. No, don't do that. So then later at night, distract yourself with God's Word. Get your Bible out, read it, journal something, take some time in prayer, spend some time with Him to get through those moments. That is the point of fasting, so that you can focus on Him and turn your heart towards Him versus the immediate needs of what you want to fulfill yourself. If you're just going to take some Motrin to get rid of that dull headache that you have because you're out of coffee, you're just going to sit there and scroll through your phone and try to avoid this hunger in your tummy and then wait till tomorrow. No. Focus on Him. Spend that time reading. Spend that time with Him. That's when you're going to see the benefits of fasting in your days. Remember, it's not about making yourself miserable. It's to trade what we fill our bodies with temporarily for something eternally. And when you fast, be expectant. God will meet us when we seek after Him. So that is our week. Cleaning out those closets, don't you feel amazing? I feel amazing. My clothes are nice and organized. Let's see how long they last for. Let's hope for a little bit of time. And hopefully found some moments to breathe. Maybe when you're faced with certain things, you're going to remember those little relaxation things to kind of bring yourself back into the present instead of just spouting off or saying something or having that anxiety build inside of you. And setting aside a day or some time to fast so you can refocus on the things that are important and the things of God. And remember, I am so proud of you just for showing up and doing something. You are doing far more than anybody else right now. Isn't that a good thing? Isn't that great to know that you chose to watch this video, not just because I went shopping and you watched me go shopping or you watched me make food. You're choosing to listen to some things that you can do now. You need to take those and do those in your days. That's when you start seeing changes in your life. These small steps that we're taking are going to be big transformations over time. So be proud of yourself. You're doing it. That is more than most people. Do you know that most people don't get results? Most people don't get results. Most people watch tons of people that try to lose weight. Most people watch tons of people that try to save money on things. Most people watch discount shopping videos. There's nothing wrong with that. But But only some take initiative to learn how to feed families cheaper, and then implement it in their lives. Only some, instead of just watching those videos, take some tidbits from it and learn how they can lose some weight. Maybe some will watch a ton of videos on things of God, but will just get off their videos and continue to worry about things, continue to have anxiety, continue to not try to change things. You and me, we're making those small steps because we're like that ship's rudder, remember? We're making the small steps, very little, but you know what? It's changing that trajectory of our ship over time, and we're gonna be way over here, which is awesome, versus just going with the flow and nothing exciting. We're gonna be over here and moving into what God has got for you and me in our days. That's exciting. And we're doing it together. How exciting. So I will see you next week for week 16. How great. We're going through our house. So much better. Our bedrooms are almost complete. So until then, keep your heart steady, your home peaceful, and your eyes on Him. All right. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you. Bye.